What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Heron Heads podcast, kicking off the 2025 year. This is our first podcast show of the year. So, welcome back to Dave, Chris, and Jose, my friends and fellow Heron fans, Inter Miami fans. We are excited to be kicking off the preseason in just a few days. And yeah, we're going to dive into some news on what's been going on with the club. And yeah, it should be a good time. But before we get started, a big shout out to our chief Heron Heads, Chow and Madi V. Thank you for your continued support, especially during the off season when not too much was going on as far as shows. But now that we are getting into the season, we should be back with some more regularity. If you guys are interested in supporting us on Patreon, you will find a link in the description wherever you are listening, in addition to some other cool links. So be sure to check those out. But for now, Happy New Year, everybody. How is everyone doing? And are we excited for some Inter Miami?
Happy New Year. Happy New Year 2025 and MLS season, because Saturday officially starts at least our journey in the preseason. So we're good to go. There's been some news here and there for Miami. No big splashes, but just a few pieces coming in. A lot of attackers, not a lot of defense. That could change soon, but it's been, I wouldn't want to say a quiet off season or a quiet beginning to this new season, but maybe not as many big splashes as what we anticipated or as what the fans anticipated. But it's exciting.
Well, we also have a new head coach coming in, new manager heading into the just ready to lead us. So we're moved on from Tata, which a lot of fans liked and a lot of fans didn't. But yeah, that was really the major splash. Everything else is kind of cruise control, filling out a roster. I guess we're waiting now to see if Facu deal goes through. We're moving on from Gomez, unfortunately. That's a bummer. I'm not too crazy about anything, really. A lot of it is just, filling our rosters, and let's see which guys can improve under our who we can develop and continue to develop. We're waiting to see how Redondo takes the next step. I think that's the major key for us. I'm kind of worried having Robert Taylor at left wing. That hasn't changed. Still have Messi, right? But yeah, I'm more excited, to be honest, about the rest of the league and what everyone else is doing. To be honest, Chicago Fire heating up a lot of rumors with Neymar. I mean, that's pretty freaking crazy, and that would be huge for the league. That'd be another. Whether we like him on our squad or not, I mean that he'll bring a lot of eyes to the league. It will be huge. That will be huge. Today they had another a pretty amazing signing. Zaha today he signed with, I think it was a Charlotte. Yep. That's an amazing signing. That's the kind of guy that I wanted, to be honest. But we're here talking about center backs.
Yeah, they got Zaha and we got Fafa. And what?
That's right.
Yeah.
And Chicago's really trying to make a big push because they're trying to get Neymar, and I think they've also been linked to Bamba, right? I think they actually got Bamba, or they're close to getting Bamba, and if they can pair him with Neymar, that Chicago attack just completely gets flipped on its head. And yeah, Jose mentioned that seeing Zaha come. So while we haven't seen, I mean, it's hard to expect another big player to come with the system that they have, the payment system. So it's kind of tough to force another big name to come here because they're talking about Neymar getting a Messi type deal. So it's tough for one club under the restrictions of the league to do two of those types of contracts. I know, but we talked about it. We're like, oh, do we really want Neymar? And then, like, on one hand, I'm like, absolutely. Getting the chance to reunite MSN with here in Miami, that's beautiful. I would absolutely love that. But on the other hand, it is better for the league if another club gets another big name like that. And then when you have Zaha going to Charlotte, like, you're really starting to sprinkle in elite talent throughout the league, and that's nothing but good for the league as a whole. But as an Inter Miami fan, I hate everything. Like, no, everybody stay out. I want everybody to come here.
Everybody suck.
Yeah, only here, and then we can dominate here in South Beach. And the stadium's coming up. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the stadium is broke ground, and now it's starting to go vertical now, so you can see it coming up above those fences that they put around the property. So it's exciting. Maybe we will have soccer in Miami proper next year.
That'll be
And maybe
next
Messi,
year, right?
maybe Messi will actually play in it too, because that was one of the scares that they weren't going to be done with it.
Yeah,
So,
they said that they're already in talks for a contract extension.
right.
Well, I know in the last one they just talked about. I know they had a little. They let the door open. They left it open for maybe some sort of return to Europe on a loan. I read that during our off season next year.
Yeah,
Not
that was one of those
crazy about
rumors
it.
that came out.
So he can
Not
play in
crazy
Europe.
about it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, he won't be playing for the national club, so he's got to go pick up a knock somewhere else.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to like be relaxed a little bit, but
He's.
Okay,
I
you know,
mean, that's
can't do it.
Messi. That's Messi. He wants to play. He's not one to just come. Everybody said, "Oh, he's coming to Miami just to retire and just kick up his legs." Like, no, he's coming here to continue his legacy, and if he can stay here with Inter Miami and then in the off season go play in Europe, which it's like not wink wink, it's Barcelona he's gonna go to. That would be for him. That's the ultimate. Like, he gets to play for his true club that he loves with every ounce of his soul, and he still gets to make a legacy here in Miami. So in the perfect world, it works great.
After that rumor came out, the last day or two, I saw that with Barcelona's financial situation, it's not most likely not going to be possible to do, because we all know that their finances are just really, really bad, which is one of the reasons why Messi left in the first place. But yeah, so I don't know. It's still
he loves him too much to go to somewhere like Real Madrid.
That'll never happen.
I mean, that'd be funny.
He would never go to Real Madrid. No, but
He has Barcelona on his leg.
He's got a good relationship with Lamine. Is it Lamine Yamal?
Yeah,
or is that backwards?
He has like baby pictures of them on.
Yeah. So that would be really, really neat to see them hit the pitch at the same time. But that's next year's problem.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't be overly concerned about that. Definitely not right now, at least. So I don't think last episode, it may have been right when Fafa was added to the team officially. But this is something I didn't know about him. I knew he was from South Florida, but I didn't know he was pretty fluent in Spanish and speaks it very well. So he actually did quite a few interviews at practice yesterday, and in like perfect fluent Spanish. So we talked about pretty often last season that Drake has trouble communicating with his Argentine backline. So I find it comforting that Fafa, basically he was saying that his teammates don't even know what nationality he is because of how well he speaks Spanish.
I don't think that's going to help Drake at all.
No, but I like that Fafa, who we're bringing in an attack, is going to be able to communicate with his teammates. Drake is still screwed. I'm just using it as an example of someone.
He's just going to be yelling to the front. Drake's going to be yelling to the front. Fafa, what are they saying?
Correct.
Drake better watch out. They signed they re-signed Starry, and then they signed this new goalkeeper today. What was his name again? Rocco Rios Novo. Yeah, he's Argentine as well. So you better watch out, man. They're signing these Spanish-speaking goalkeepers. Better start taking Rosetta Stone or something. I don't know.
I don't know if we have a goalkeeper for Saturday.
Ustadi,
Drake's got an injury.
Right. I would like to feel that Ustadi can play.
Ustadi wasn't present at training.
But he knows the team.
He's not here.
Semantics.
He's gonna meet us in Las Vegas. Yeah. Jose, you're muted.
You're still muted, buddy.
So embarrassing.
When you're on attack,
form.
you don't need. Yeah, when you're on attack, you don't need a goalie. You know what I mean? You're fine.
Okay, thanks, Jose.
How quickly we forget.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, what you were saying is true. Fafa was signed, I think, after our last episode, so he's a new guy. We got a couple other new guys, official signings. These aren't the rumors or the almost signings. We got Fafa, we got Tadeo Allende. He's a forward, left wing.
These are did you know special.
It's not digital. It's like just
This
facts.
is a digital
Like,
segment. Whatever.
facts. It's not digital. I got a digital for you though. Got it. I
Oh.
found it. I found
Okay.
it. Yeah, and then we got Gonzalo Lujan. He's a defender, center back, and then we already mentioned Rocco Rios Novo, the goalkeeper. Those are the 4 guys we've officially signed according to Inter Miami. We got a few in the pipeline, but I don't know. Do you guys have anything to say about those guys? A lot of them are not very well known. Fafa's been in the MLS for a long time, been around a few different clubs. He's probably, to me, the most interesting. And I'm going to bring out my Did You Know right now. He had 9 goals last season. 5 of the goals were headers. How about that for a Did You Know? You know how big he is? He's 5'8", 137 pounds or something like that. 5 headers. More than half of his goals.
Chris is a big header guy.
Sure am. So yeah, set pieces. We talk about set pieces a lot. That may be interesting. I noticed because I was watching his goal highlights and I kept seeing header. There was another set piece goal that wasn't, or 2 more that wasn't a goal or a header. And I was like, damn, this guy's interesting. And I look up his height. He's like 5'8". I was like, oh shit, this guy's another Puga. But yeah. I think he's gonna be fun this season. You were talking about Robert Taylor. I think he may replace him out there in left wing, or may take a lot of his minutes out there.
I think Robert Taylor is going to be at the very far end of the bench this season.
Yeah,
if I had to bet.
Yeah, between him and Tadeo Allende, I think Robert Taylor may not see a lot of minutes this season.
And in our last episode, we talked about Facu being rumored to be out, but Facu never left officially.
Right.
He's Facu's still part of the club.
Mm-hmm.
The only one that really left was Mati Rojas.
Yeah, Facu, they were going to sell Facu, and they had a deal in place, but apparently there was some kind of issue because of the designation he was under. So when they went to sell him, there was an extra penalty that Inter Miami would have to pay, and they tried to push that off on the acquiring club, and then they balked at that raised price. So that deal is currently in the balance right now, and it looks like it might fall through. So if that's the case, then yeah, they'll have to reintegrate Facu into this club.
Yeah, I just think there's a lot of players that can play in Taylor's position, and Taylor really was relegated to bench duty. I mean, there's a big difference, obviously, because there's going to be a new manager, or there is a new manager, and how he envisions the squad being set up. But if I had to guess, I would think that Robert Taylor would be towards the end of the bench, because we have quite a few wingers. And one thing about Allende is that he actually, in his career, plays more on the right wing, but he does play quite a bit on the left wing. So it's good to know that he can play both sides, because obviously Messi with international duty or just with rest and schedule maintenance, it'll be really important to fill really both positions. So we may see him a lot on the left, but we may see him quite a bit on the right, which he seems adept at doing.
In a pinch, though, Robert Taylor can play right back.
Sure. We may see him at goalkeeper.
Yeah. I may need him at goalkeeper. Jeez.
We need a lot of guys that can go just both, play both sides, just left wing, right wing.
Headers,
right back, left back, goalkeeper. Just we need a bunch of Gressels.
Perfect. That would be ideal.
He's still on the squad.
He is still on the squad.
He can play right back.
I wonder if he's going to get as many minutes as Tata gave him with Mascherano.
He doesn't have. Let's see if he has his leaked photos.
I'm surprised he's still on the team, honestly, because I thought that was Tata's guy.
Yeah, we have an all Argentine team, so it's only a matter of time.
Very heavy on the Argentine, like very much so. It is like every rumor, every transfer news that comes out is a new Argentine player coming to the club. It is it's interesting.
They sprinkle in an Uruguayan, and
a Haitian,
a Chilean.
We need a sprinkle in a big Robbie Robinson. You know what I mean?
Oh, didn't we? And I think there's a Paraguayan as well, midfielder that they're looking at as well. He's gonna truly replace Gomez.
The
We'll see.
midfielder that was in rumor that Talasco, he's Venezuelan. So there's another South American, not Argentine.
There you go.
He's supposed to be pretty good
Well,
too.
he's more than rumored. I believe we actually offered him 2.5 million, and I don't think he's decided on it, but there was an official offer placed from Inter Miami.
Yeah, the ones that we're waiting on that they say is like for sure gonna happen is Telasco and Falcon, which is a Uruguayan that David was talking about, which is a center back and supposedly a pretty good one too. So that'll be huge for us. So those
Falcon?
are the two, Maximiliano Falcon,
Maxwell Falcon.
right?
Maxi.
Right.
Maxwell Falcon, the Great American.
He's running for president in 4 years.
That's right. Dude, with a name like that, come on. It's unbelievable.
Oh man.
So one of the things I'm most curious about, and really we have no sort of even inkling of really what to guess is how Mascherano deploys the squad on Saturday. And as far as formation goes, I think we'll probably see a little bit of everyone that's available to the team. Like I think the entire bench will be exhausted and used because it's all about getting into form right now. But what I'm most curious of is seeing the formation, the general idea of what Mascherano wants to do, because I don't think it's going to look very good in this first match, to be honest. I think it's going to be a lot of getting used to the new system. And I'm curious as to what that system is going to be. Is he going to want to play high possession, just sort of picking apart, looking for openings, or is he going to want to play with a little bit more pace? Not that we have a ton of pace, but Fafa's kind of speedy, kind of pacey, and we have some younger players on the team. You know, I'm really curious to see Facu back on the pitch. I heard Ian Frey was at training. I don't know if he was off to the side, but that's great. Just generally speaking, I do wonder if he's going to be integrated into the senior team or if he's just going to sort of stay on IMCF2 for a majority of the season and just slowly work his way back because, I mean, 4 major knee surgeries. But I'm super curious to see what Mascherano does Saturday tactically. I think everything else will fall into place. The preseason, it's a very busy schedule, by the way.
At least it's on this side.
Yeah, but even still, there's a lot. We have, I think, 3 matches within 7 days at one point, and then all of a sudden we have CONCACAF Champions Cup match, and then the MLS season kickoff all of a sudden. So it's gonna be a little messy. It's gonna be a little
a lot of
hit and miss some of these matches. And it's going to be, again, really interesting to see if Messi plays, how much he plays, if we're going to have another Hong Kong fiasco. A lot of questions.
I feel like they've learned from that fiasco because they haven't really been advertising it as much as they were last season, all the preseason matches. So I think they kind of learned a little bit.
They're also not playing in any stadiums that have a mountain overlooking them, so they really learned from their past
iconic pictures emerged from there, though.
Do we know that, Dave?
Yeah, it's a fact.
I don't know.
Prove me wrong.
I actually don't know.
Prove me wrong, Jose.
Yeah, so I agree with Julio completely. I don't think this match matters at all. Obviously, it's a preseason match. Players are going to just be out there to get into form. It's against Club America. It's in the middle of their season. They're actually playing tonight. They're losing to Tijuana at halftime, 1-0. But yeah, it's really to see what Mascherano is going to do. That's the big unknown here, like Julio was saying. And I think that's what we're all waiting for. We're used to the Tata scheming and the no subs until the 88th minute and just being very hard-headed, slow paced possession kind of ball, and maybe he changes something. No one knows. He's coached the U20 or U23s, right, in Argentina. Who watches that besides Argentinians probably? But
Chris, right now what he's mostly deploying is a 4-2-3-1 formation. That's what most of his coaching career has has been the formation. So if we were to use that formation, we already know the center mid would probably have to be Redondo, right? Unless you want to put him at CDM. But I see Boosie and Bright being the CDM.
For sure.
Right? I see Alba being our left back. I see Cello being our right back. Our two center backs, I think they're in the air right now. I don't know if anybody
Martinez and Toto are going to be the two center backs for sure.
You don't know, man. I mean,
unless they bring in this Uruguayan guy,
craziness. You don't know. I don't know if anybody has a sure spot, but okay. So let's say Martinez and Toto. Okay, that would leave what our goalie what.
It has to be Calendar right now.
It has to be Calendar.
Has to be Calendar.
You think
he's injured. He's injured. He probably won't play Saturday, but it has to be Calendar for the regular season.
Okay, so let's say Calendar. So you're looking at you're looking at something that's very similar to what we had last year, really, right?
I did hear that Lujan was supposed to be challenging Cello for the right back position.
Okay,
that makes sense.
So I think he's brought in not as strictly. I think he's brought in not strictly as a backup option. I think he's brought in to compete for that starting position at right back because he can play center back and right back.
I was going to say he has that versatility, and it's good because then it gives him scheme versatility as well. So that's a player that I think will get a lot of run.
Yeah, and it's good because we don't have a lot of center back depth. The same issue that we had last season, despite trying to fix it on a couple of occasions.
And Cello showed us at the end of the latter half of last season that he didn't have it in him. Then I don't know what happened to him. He started off pretty good, and then he just kind of straight downhill. So that's good if we get some challenge there on the right back.
Chris, I'm gonna tell you right now, anything is better than having Yedlin getting just just waving the white.
We're two seasons removed, Jose. It's time to move on.
Just getting the white and black flag. You won.
What do you think Zaha would do against Yedlin?
This year, Charlotte is literally having Zaha running by Yedlin. Just it's gonna be terrible. I don't know if Cello. I've never seen him get blown by. To be honest with you, we can say whatever we want. No, not like Yedlin. That was terrible.
Cello gets blown by way of being horribly out of position.
He will foul people before he gets blown by.
That's true.
He'll get blown by being somewhere in the middle of the field. And
he'll just be absent.
He should be covering. He's just running free.
Well, he will never make a play on offense. We know this. That is a fact. That is a fact. He will not make a play.
Tell us, Jose, how badly did Yedlin really hurt you?
He scarred him for life, man.
I spent so much money to go see that final.
He ruined a beautiful day for
Dynamo, and Yedlin just and I was sitting there just right where the right back was. I just watched him the whole game. I was like, this guy sucks so bad. I don't know. He's supposed to be like an American hero. Like he's supposed to be an American hero playing on the USMNT. And I'm watching this. I'm like, this is why we will never compete. This is why I'm watching it firsthand in MLS. This is why I'm watching this guy on USMNT. I'm watching this guy here. It's the same result. People keep putting him in there. I don't understand.
It's Jose's villain origin story. Just sitting there in the stands crying. Like, this is the worst day ever.
We're losing. It was all his fault. It was literally his fault. That game we lost, it was his fault. Prove me wrong.
I don't know.
No, it was 100%. It was.
I've never seen someone get blown by so many times. I was like, wow.
So speaking of,
have some courage, put a foot out or something, hell.
Get a red card.
Get a red card. Yeah.
So speaking of spending,
that guy's embarrassing me that much. I'm throwing out. I'm grabbing him and throwing him into the stands. Say I'm done. Done with you. Show me.
Are you done?
I'm done.
All right, thank you.
It's Shoes' fault.
Are you done?
Shoes got me going.
I see that. So speaking of spending a lot of money to go to games, some of the ticket prices have come out. I don't know if you saw, Jose. I know you usually are interested in this, but the Club World Cup tickets were released to the public.
How much?
Do you want to guess how much it is to go watch Inter Miami versus Al Ahly at Hard Rock?
That's game one in
the
Hard
average
Rock, right?
price or the cheapest price?
The cheapest get in the door. And this is as of yesterday.
$800.
$45.
Oh wait, it can't be that much.
It was $289.
Yeah, $289. That makes that's a lot of money though.
That's a lot of money
It is
to watch
what you
Inter Miami
should tell.
versus
Well,
Al
it's
Ali.
not even that. It's pretty high stakes. But the thing is that like, it's a big stadium. It's not a small stadium.
Which you would think makes the tickets
think it
a
would
little
jump-
bit cheaper.
Do you guys think the stadium is actually going to be packed?
What stadium?
It's what?
Which
Hard Rock.
stadium is it?
Hard Rock.
Hard Rock is not a big stadium when you consider soccer stadiums.
No, but it's
Yeah,
for us.
but
It is
Compared to
MLS
Drive
Stadium,
Chase
yeah, man.
Stadium.
For
Yeah,
a
but this
World
is-
Cup, for a Club World Cup match against an Egyptian team here in Miami, that.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Al Hill, wasn't it? Oh no, sorry.
No.
No. That's true. That's super expensive. No, but I've heard that team is
It's
actually
at
pretty good.
$239 now, by the way.
Oh,
It's
I'm
not
sorry,
about
I
being
said
pretty good
I
or
said
not. It's about
245.
It's not about being pretty good. It's about having the following. Do they really have that international following?
No, it'll be completely Messi fans.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say Inter Miami fans. It'll be completely Messi fans.
and Neymar fans.
Why?
Because
I'm,
Jose
I'm,
says
I'm, I'm
Neymar's
trying to
coming
put
to
it out
Miami.
there just in case we get him. God forbid. God forbid we make a splash.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, we wouldn't make a splash.
I want it to be known that I'm firmly against that move happening.
Same. I'm with Julio on that one.
I'm
Yeah.
pro
By
nostalgia.
myself as he scores a goal, and I'll be so upset.
I'm
Yeah, for
pro
3 games.
nostalgia here. Give
We
me
heard
all
Jose,
the Jose.
Jose wants to push Robert Taylor further down the bench.
Yeah.
Do you remember what our training staff looks like? Everyone's hurt all the time. Imagine Neymar here. Like, come on.
So what the hell's the difference? What's the difference?
That you're
That's
going to be
one more
down
injury.
millions of dollars?
It's another Paco on the bench. You know what I mean? Like whatever.
Jose doesn't just want Neymar. He wants it to be a trade. Like, we will send you Robert.
Yeah,
Taylor.
exactly. Exactly.
Send them off.
Send us to
Saudi
Saudi.
Arabia.
Get out of here. Get out of my life.
I believe I read today that Neymar can technically only sign with Chicago right now, and that we would have to
Yeah.
get discovery rights from Chicago
Yep.
to sign Neymar. I don't understand the discovery rights. Whenever I see that, I just envision them be like, look who we discovered, this person named Neymar. And then you have to buy the rights and be like, oh wow, like I want to see the shiny toy.
What
As if-
I read, it's the first one to like submit the paperwork
his
to the
name.
MLS
Yeah.
that they want this guy.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah.
I declare Neymar.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think they did that with Marco Royce. Was it Charlotte? And then LA just
think
bought
so.
It was St. Louis, but yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you end up signing?
LA.
He's with
LA,
Galaxy.
yeah. They got it. Yeah, I mean, so they bought him out.
Yeah. No, I just find
He's
I
good.
find the wording discovery
Discover.
rights
It's stupid, yeah. It's very dumb.
funny.
And when Charlotte said that they discovered Marco Royce, I was like,
Right.
He's a homegrown.
30?
Neymar
Yeah.
is from
30s.
Chicago.
They discovered him a while ago, I guess.
It's unbelievable. So let's take a look here at the
Who have we discovered? I'm just curious. Did
Messi.
we discover Messi?
We discovered Messi.
Messi.
Busquets, Alba.
that's our
All these
contribution to
guys.
the footballing world. We discovered Messi.
from our
We
from
discovered
our little
Barcelona.
farm in Barcelona, you
We
know.
discovered Barcelona.
La Liga, our feeder league in Europe.
I mean, we discovered it.
We
So
discovered
ours.
Ronaldo.
The Saudi league, apparently. So as far as the schedule goes, we have Club America on Saturday, and then we have Olimpia, which is the Honduran team. That's in a few weeks. That's on the 8th of February. And then we have Kansas City, Sporting Kansas City in the CONCACAF Champions Cup, the 18th of February. And then 4 days later, we have the kickoff of the MLS season against NYCFC. And then we have the second leg of the CONCACAF Champions Cup on the 25th. So that's that stretch where we have 3 within a week, 3 meaningful games too. And then we have currently the 2 scheduled. I think we have a 3rd friendly scheduled in Peru, if I'm not mistaken.
We have 5 total.
Okay,
have
so
5
there's
total.
there's
We
a
have
couple dates that I'm missing there then.
Yeah, I got it. It's
between
Club
the
America, obviously now, which is super late game, 10 o'clock. Then we
Because of
have
Vegas, baby.
Vegas, baby. Then we have in Peru, we play Universitario de Deportes on January 29th, February 2nd, we play Sporting San Miguelito. That's in Panama. And then February 8th, we play Olympia, like you said. And then Orlando City in Tampa.
That's right.
We cannot lose to Sporting San Miguelito. Like it's gonna be so embarrassing.
Those Panamanians, man, you got to watch out.
It's true. Wasn't it their national team that beat us last, or the Tide? What was the Tide last preseason?
Is that the Pupusa game?
I don't remember.
It
It wasn't the Pupusa game. It was not the Pupusa.
Pupusas El Salvador.
Yeah, it wasn't the Pupusa game.
So we didn't play a Panamanian team.
No.
No?
By the way,
No, I thought what was the national team we played last preseason?
El Salvador.
Oh, it was? Okay, never mind.
the MLS
The
team,
Pupusa game.
Yeah, it was the Pupusa game.
just pause. Just let me throw the fact out.
Just pause, everybody.
Wait, but did you guys see the Pupusa game?
The MLS team.
Jose,
that
wait,
discovered Ronaldo-
before you start, Jose. I had these pupusas the other day in the pupusa game.
Did
They
you,
were-
did you ever have a pupusa before at a soccer game?
Well, I
Yes,
love
and
pupusas.
Hi-
There's
Hi-
actually
There's
a
a pupusa
Salvadoran restaurant right next to my house, and they have pretty good pupusas.
Do they have TVs for you to watch the soccer games?
There's actually a restaurant called
Yes.
La Pupusa Factory in Hialeah.
That's
Very
The
good.
factory's up there. The
Mhm,
factory.
The whole
Wow.
factory.
You just eat them right off the conveyor belt.
That's right.
I don't know that's the way it goes at all. I think it's a fast food restaurant. Big potato, and they put the whatever they do.
What?
Cristiano Ronaldo's discovery rights are to Kansas City. They discovered him.
Mahomes.
Fact, and apparently he was very close to signing there before Saudi.
Oh yeah, very very close.
Yeah.
$212 million a year deal.
Yeah, for sure. I believe
That
it.
ended that.
I believe it.
They didn't have a pupusa
I said,
factory.
I see your discovery rights, and I raise you $70 million.
200 million.
Oh man,
Any other fun guys? You want me to look on discovery rights?
what's your favorite pupusa flavor?
Potato.
All right.
Oh man, hit rock bottom here.
All right. So, Jose, you want to lead us off with some score predictions here while Dave Stradamus appears?
There is no Dave Stradamus for preseason.
That's ridiculous.
Doesn't exist.
Let's just hope that nobody gets hurt.
Here's the actual question I want to ask you. Do you think Messi plays?
Apparently, everyone's going to Vegas, but who wouldn't want to go to Vegas?
Apparently, everyone's going. Of course, they're going. The team.
Literally, the whole team's going. So
Shocking.
when I say the whole team, I mean Messi, Alba, Busi. Them
Suarez.
They're
Everyone.
going. That's everyone.
Everyone.
Okay.
There's more.
Are they playing?
Yes.
I would say they're gonna play for like 10 minutes.
I think they're all playing. Not a lot, but I think that you do have to start getting the old gears
He
going.
wants to go and play in La Liga, an off-season league that he plays in.
That's it. That's over a year from
His
now.
summer team league.
Allegedly.
He just wants to go and play over there for fun.
Yeah, they're playing for sure. Like 30 minutes. Not a lot.
Ooh, that's a lot.
I agree. I actually think 30 minutes is a good.
That's way
Yeah,
more than I
it-
thought. Well,
It's not 10 minutes. You don't do anything in 10 minutes. You just like
you get a little warmed up.
Sometimes.
What if they all score a goal in the first 10 minutes? Four man sub right from the start.
sure. Do that.
Busquets leads it off though.
Yeah. Busquets hat trick in the first
header.
4 minutes.
All right. I also think they play, and I think it'll be a not insignificant amount of time, something like 30 minutes, maybe even a half. But I do think we see a lot of the end of the bench players, including some of Jose's favorites.
That's the more important question. Does Robert Taylor play?
Yeah, of course he will. Him and Grasso, they don't miss a game.
You got to showcase these guys to make somebody else want them.
Actually, I really don't think Russell plays.
Wait, but did he travel with the team?
They're the main
Did he go to
team, you know what I'm
Vegas?
saying?
Everyone's going to Vegas.
He said it on his pod the other day. He's gonna play big minutes.
How did that make you feel?
I was fine with it. It's preseason. I didn't listen to this pod.
You should.
Fantastic.
It's not horrible.
Not horrible. Great. Listen, Gressel, Mr. Gressel, if you are listening, we would love to have you
For sure.
Yeah, right.
on the show. We'll get you a one-on-one interview with Jose. I'm sure it'll be riveting content. And you guys can talk about
I'll do it.
pupusas.
I have nothing. I think it's fun. I actually love the Swiss Army knife style play.
Pupusas are fun.
The Swiss Army knife of foods, they say.
Yeah.
Sure. Is it an empanada? Is it a pancake?
Who
Is it an
knows?
arepa?
Is it a big potato?
All right.
All right. I think Jose's crashing out.
Yeah. Oh,
All right, guys. Well, we will be. I don't think we're going to be live after the preseason match that ends at like 1 a.m. on Saturday, but
Yeah,
we will be
no.
live. We will be live again next week to sort of break down what happened and what is going on in the weeks to come. Happy to be back, and let's have a great season. Thank you to everyone who tuned in, and we will catch you on the next one. Yeah, that's all I have to say. So, bye.